What's up, guys? Carolynn Castillo and the amazing investor Agnieszka. Welcome to the channel.
Hi, Caroline. Thank you for the beautiful invitation.
Yes, we have been saying that we were going to do this. I have to let everybody know who you are, even though a lot of the world already knows who you are because you're basically a social media influencer. You're an author, which
Yes,
is
I am.
amazing. Amazing. I'm like, my friend is an author, really? It's a beautiful story, a beautiful book. A mother of three. We've been longtime friends for over 10 plus years. And who would have known that you would also become a real estate investor? One of my best clients that I have.
I know. Yes, yes.
In the building. So thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you. And it's only the beginning.
Only the beginning. Only the beginning. And
Yes.
I wanted to do this interview with you. I have other clients that are investors and things like that. And I just think that your story is so inspiring and impactful because it's like, I mean, let's be honest, we're both women, like you by yourself, no husband, like at least with me, like I'm doing it with my husband, like most people do it like that, or men do it on their own. But a single woman, like, flipping houses is like, crazy. So that's why I wanted to just like illuminate this so everybody can know and see you. So I really want you to share the story of how you actually started with the idea to start fixing and flipping houses.
Well, the story is long, but to keep it short, my ex-husband, the father of my kids, he got into real estate after we got divorced, and he became really successful. So that was the first and formal motivation for me seeing him, become very, very successful. So I really wanted to buy my first home to give it to my family, my kids. And you helped me with that. We went shopping for real estate when I was really struggling, kind of putting my first the 3% down payment that was the FHA that I could qualify, being a massage therapist, making 40,000, 35,000 a year. So it was a struggle. It took me a couple of years to actually put the $6,000, in savings to put it as a down payment. And we went shopping for houses, and it was our first property that we saw. It was a livable 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It was around $220,000. So kind of like, okay, I take it. And it was the first property I saw that I said, I'll take it.
It was.
Yes, it was.
I'll take it. And we'll say that word again for later on. I'll take it.
Yes, I'll take it. And even though it was my first house that I was going to live in, a lot of people that they look for houses, they go shopping, they go see 20 properties, 30 properties, because it's like a dream come true. They want to make sure that, they really want the house that they want. Versus with me, I was just so grateful to get anything and provide a home for my 3 kids that I just said, let's not even waste time shopping. Let's just take this one. However, it wasn't really an ideal home and a dream home. So I had one of my clients for massage was into a construction company, and he offered me help to kind of fix a little bit in the house. So I was so excited, they're going to do it. I'll pay back with my massage services as I go. It was a long life client. The next thing we do the closing on the house. The whole construction crew comes in, they tear up the whole house, like everything. When I tell you, the walls, the bathrooms, the everything, and they just destroyed it, and 3 weeks later, when I'm supposed to move in, they disappear. So here I am with an empty, destroyed house, no place to live, no money, because all the little savings that I had went to that, and no credit. My credit was really bad. So I was really devastated. I didn't know what to do. All the friends and family said, just foreclose on a house. It's pointless. You're never going to make it. How are you going to save so much money to fix the house and pay for the mortgage? but I refuse to give up. You know, that's something about me. I refuse to give up, you know, and I started Airbnb with kids while the house was empty and destroyed, and slowly, you know, saving a little bit money.
You couldn't even move into this house
No, I
that
couldn't.
you had originally bought, because originally you were going to do a couple of updates, and then the
Yes.
contractor kind of like sold you a dream that you could do all of this, and then when it really came down to it, he was running like a whole scam and destroyed your house. So it wasn't that you started Airbnb in your house, you had
No,
to go live in an
somewhere else.
Airbnb. Yes.
And also
Yes.
I
How
switched
long did that
patients,
take from beginning to end?
11 months. So, and
Unbelievable.
during the process with 11 months, you know, I was fighting some contractors, and they would say, okay, 2 weeks will be done at least with one room and a bathroom, so you and your 3 kids can move in. So I'll like put some money aside, I save, I will pay them. They will come, they will do like, let's say, one wall on a tile, and then they'll disappear again. So there I had to move again, find another Airbnb. So I was happy. And during the 11 months, I think I Airbnb like maybe 8 times or more. And it was a real struggle because, you
I
know, there was no
remember.
money, and the kids were small, they were little. So also, you know, the daycare, the babysitting for me to be able to work. But I just work in 5 different hotels as a massage therapist, full-time in one, part-time in another one, on-call in another one, 11 months nonstop, 7 days a week. Like when I tell you I'll leave my house at 8, come back at midnight.
No, you are, I will tell you, one of the hardest working people I know. Like
Yeah,
out of everybody, I mean, to know you on, I have the pleasure of knowing you on a personal level, and you are extremely hardworking, very, very dedicated. And you paid for all of that, the 11 months, and even all the construction. How much did it end up costing you in the end?
it
Wasn't it
was
like
70, it was $70,000 altogether, because I
70,000?
had a contract for 55, but because those contractors disappear when I was giving the money disappear as well.
Wow.
So I was kind of like waiting on them and waiting. And long story short, when I was 18 years old, and I'm in my 40s now, and that happened a couple of years ago, 5 years ago, when I really purchased this house. I reached out to a guy who was a contractor that I had met first when I came to Miami. I was 18 years old. And we've always kept in contact, you know, we always kind of like talk. And I reached out to him and I said, you know, hey, his name was Alexi. So yeah, I told
Shout
him,
out
hey,
to Alexi.
yes, shout out to Alexis. I reached out to him. I said, Alexis, my house is destroyed. All the contractors are really taking my money. They're not doing. I'm pretty much homeless with the 3 kids. I need help. And he said, you know what? Let me come. Let me take a look. He came in. He said, okay, give me $10,000 when you can, little by little. I will fix it. He came in 3 weeks. He finished rest of the house, and finally I was able to move in to a fully renovated house 11 months later, and it was just priceless that I didn't give up.
Yeah, I wish that I had the before and afters for your house.
I do. I can send it to you. I
Yeah,
do
we'll
actually.
we'll we'll do another video, because I would love to show, and that is a story in itself, because I remember when you were buying that house, it was like, oh, I'm gonna fix the kitchen, I'm gonna fix this, and then somehow it turned into a full remodel from top to bottom, like everything redone.
Yes.
And it's been, a beautiful house for you. It was like most things with Agnieszka's life, you better get her book, okay? Because for whatever reason, God makes Agnieszka go through, like, the pit of hell. But
All the
then
detours.
after you get through, then that is what then opened up the door and opened up your mind, because, now you had a good contractor, Alexi, that came and saved the day, did everything. And then you started thinking and said, maybe I should actually start flipping some houses since I know so much about it, right? That's
Yes,
pretty much how it
yes,
went
I
down.
did. But during this whole process, it was like a school learning thing for me. So I said, you know what? Before I even get into the investing because I didn't have any money. How about I sign myself to become a general contractor?
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
So then I saved the money for the school. So I paid for the school. I started going. I was doing it probably a couple of months. And then I
Yeah.
said, what am I doing? I'm wasting the money on the school to become a general contractor where I could be actually doing the investing, being an investor, where I have a great contractor. And, so I
Yeah.
quit. I kind of quit, and I never quit, but I kind of walk away from that.
Yeah.
And I said, Caroline,
Find me a
let's
house.
do let's do a fix and flip. I already learned enough. Like I already know enough to kind of do it. So
Yeah.
our first fix and flip, you were the one that just found it and said, are you sure we have this and this property? I said, I'm sure. Because one thing about
So
Caroline, I trust her judgment, and every time she had ever told
yeah.
me to do anything, if it comes to real estate, it just always be a huge success. So to
Yeah.
me, I trust you with my eyes closed, and I don't
Thank you.
trust many people like that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome.
And so you ended up doing a few flips with some
Yes,
different partners. You
yes,
had partnered up, that's something very common with, flippers and stuff like that. Like they very rarely go alone. However, the ones that are most successful that I've seen through my journey of, seeing different ones, it's the ones that go alone
yes,
are the most successful
yes. So
because
actually, yeah.
I
So
was
go
just
ahead.
gonna say, like investing, doing the fix and flip with partners, like what is your take on that? Like how was that experience like partnering with other people on the project?
I think it's great, and I think I will do it again. Now with the knowledge and experience, I just have to know. I mean, I already know when you partner with somebody, you have to both be on the same page. So a lot of time choosing partners in real estate, there becomes a lot of how can I say, competition, but also you need to know as an investor, what am I bringing to the table as an investor? What is it that you bring in on the to the table? So my first fix and flip with one of the partners was, I had a construction crew that I could trust, but I didn't have enough funds. I didn't have enough money. And the other person had no experience in this field, but they had the money. So, our first project was, okay, you put the money, and I kind of like supervise, manage the whole deal, where I go with the guys, I tell them what to do, I kind of like take care of the whole fix and flip from the beginning, and then we split the money in the end.
Right.
So along the journey there was a lot of miscommunication. So it has to be from the start, what is it your role in
Yeah,
this
the right
investment?
person. And it really, I mean, it's not just with you guys, like your partnerships, different partnerships that you've had is I'm the realtor on the deal, seeing everybody's partnerships,
Yeah,
and it's very challenging with the partner because somebody always thinks that they're doing more than the other person.
yes,
Somebody's always outworking the other person. Like I haven't really witnessed it. The most successful clients that I've had and the most like enjoyable experiences is when they're doing it by themselves,
mhm, yes,
but so fast forward,
that's part.
you decide to basically like in COVID time, like right, like in 2020, everybody had like more time to think, more time to say, what do I want with my life? What do I want? Everything. You and I personally went to the Grand Cardone 10X event
Yes,
that like completely changed our lives, okay?
it
Which was
did.
the event that you came back and said, I'm gonna write a book.
Yes, yes, that was, yes,
and
absolutely,
and and then on top of that, you also decided that you were going to take on and being a real estate investor on your own,
on my own.
completely on your own. And I really want to like elaborate this and show people, how did you do it? Because you are just I'm not going to say how much money you make, but it doesn't matter. You're working a job, right? You're
Yes,
working a job. You don't have a husband. You're a single person, you have 3 kids, you have a mortgage, you have bills, you have car payment. Like you're a normal person that works for a living and everything. You're not like some
yes,
super rich lady
Oh.
yet, okay? How did you even get the money, or even like get to the point where you could do it on your own?
So during the COVID, when everything was really shut down and, pretty much the whole planet collapsed and people were left without job, that was an eye-opening for me, because I'm a person that I can't sit still, So having all this time for myself, being home, and being always on the go, I really kind of reflected on my life, and I said, I refuse to stay home and just take this as a break and wait for, people to tell me when I can go back to work. We all lost our jobs. As a massage therapist was really hard, because during COVID,
Yeah, that's
you also can
right.
be, close in contact, and that was a field that it was really going down the hill. But I sit down and I said, you know what? No, I refuse. I'm gonna reach out to every person that I know and be like, do you want a massage? I come to your house, and let's say out of 100 people I reach out, 2 people say yes. And then I
Yeah.
started during the COVID going privately and doing private massages to people, and putting the money aside. And a couple of months later, I decided, you know what, let me just open a mobile massage company. And, just reach out to all the massage therapists that I know from work and different hotels, because they were all without work, and say, hey guys, I'll pay you $80 an hour on call if I find clients. And I started, hiring people just like on call and really looking for clients. And it just started expanding and expanding. And I was really making good money. I think I made the most money out of my entire life during COVID.
I think everyone made the most money in their life during COVID. Me too. And for
Yeah,
real estate, it's the most money I've ever made was during
yeah.
COVID. Yeah.
And then I said, you know what? Not only that, I have this beautiful home, fully renovated. And after the 10X event, when we talk a lot about real estate, I reached out to you and I said, Carolyn, how about we pull equity on my house, because real estate was going to the roof. And you send me, all the documents and everything. We got the appraisal on the house. My house was worth double what it was worth, years ago. And I was able to pull out probably like $100,000 in equity. So for me, it was like, oh my God, I've never had
Now
so much
that's
money
a
in my
big
life.
deal. Yeah, that's a big
And
deal,
that was
you
during
know?
COVID, where they weren't giving loans and, like that
Yeah.
big for real estate.
Yeah, at the beginning there was a little bit tighter, but it's a big deal because I mean, you're basically risking, right? You're risking
Yeah.
your primary residence where you have, a low mortgage payment, like a low payoff, and you're literally refinancing, taking the money out so that you can go invest in real estate.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people would tell you that was crazy. Like that
Crazy. And
was,
everybody told me not to do it. They said, girl, like, you have a low mortgage, you have a low payment, your house is remodeled. Why are you going to go into debts again? First time in my life, I was without debts. I was really living kind of
but
like without stress.
looking back on it, why one of the things why it was so awesome is that even though you took out that 100,000, because the rates were so low, it right didn't even barely change your
Oh,
mortgage
I
payment,
got
right?
probably like $150 mortgage.
Increase.
Yeah, it was insane. So when
That
I
was the
saw that,
perfect time to do it.
yeah, when
Yeah.
I saw the money, and I got the money in my bank account, I was like, wow. And that even put me even more on a higher thinking, like, now not only do I want to fix and flip, but my ultimate goal is really buying like an apartment building, multiple units,
Right.
and
Right.
hold it. So you were my biggest inspiration, really, to guide me in a way where you said, okay, you've been doing all the fix and flip and you pulling up all this, capital. But how about you just have a plan and you were the one that told me you'll do fix and flip, you pull up the capital, and then you buy a property, you hold, and then you do fix and flip, and then like that, so we can get to the building, couple of
Mhm.
units, instead of just doing single family home.
Exactly, exactly. But I just think that, just it was, and I like being like that for my clients, of being able to consult you, And that's what, you're really good about that. And people, I think, have to get better at that, is reaching out to people that they trust in the business,
Yeah.
so like for me and you, like anything regarding real estate, you're calling me, Carolyn. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I
What
do.
should I do? What?
Anything. Yeah.
And there's times where I tell you no, and there's times I tell you yes. And I have your best interest, and I'm thinking of things that you're not even thinking of, because
Yeah.
I see it further. But this was something that I was like, yes, you can handle this, you can do it, we can find it. So I want to show the video. I have it here of the first property that you bought with that money, okay?
With that
and
money,
and, and when
why?
I
Go
yes,
ahead.
when I show it, I want you to we're gonna say about how you were working, okay? You
On
were
a client.
working. You did not see this house,
No, I
okay?
did not.
The, the same video that everybody else is going to see right now is the exact same way that you saw it. And you said, what did you say?
I said, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I'll
Wait
take it.
till
Why? I was working on a client and you said,
she was massaging someone's body while she made this real estate deal. Okay. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to share with you so you can see this. You're going
let's
to
see.
flip.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait. I
Yeah,
have
this
it
is
very.
the video I received.
This is literally the house. It was
Yeah.
completely
Yes.
trashed.
Yes. Look.
It needed new windows, new roof.
New
There was
plumbing, new
AC
electrical.
units, new electrical, new kitchen. I mean
Everything.
everything.
It was actually my first property by myself that required the most work because it was everything, like everything. Oh my
And
God.
this was, and you took on this project as scared. Wait till you get to the bedroom where they had all the crazy dolls.
Oh gosh.
You took this on. You never saw it in real life. You
Never.
never viewed the property.
I never
Okay.
even checked if the property had liens, if they owe any taxes, what's going
Nothing,
on.
nothing.
Just this video,
Of course, you knew that I did all that for you. Of course,
yes,
you
I
know.
trusted you.
Yeah,
But a lot of
yeah,
times people will be like, no, I need to do it myself. I need to check myself.
yeah.
But because I trust you so much, even that
Look at
video, I
this
mean,
room.
hello,
Look
look
at
at
this
that.
room. It was raining in this room. Remember?
Yeah, it was a leak. It
Look at
was,
the dolls. Oh my gosh! Look at all I can't. The baby dolls. I can't.
yeah, look at this bathroom. Oh gosh.
Oh, it was terrible. It was literally terrible. And that's the crazy thing, is that you get a call from me, because that's how these deals come together. People don't realize, like these deals, like this happened off the market. This
Yeah,
was not on the MLS. Nobody knew that this house was for sale. It
yeah,
was my lead that I had. It was my connection. And then we it was my client that I was working with. They needed to sell cash. You being one of my investors, I give you a call. I knew you were looking for a project. I said, okay, I have a house, but the way these houses are, it's not easy to see them.
yeah,
Like the people are out of town. Like if you get in the door one time, like that's like the only time you get in. So whoever works with me, they have to be like, understand this is how it is,
yeah,
like I'm going to do a detailed video, but you're not going to get to go see it again. You're not going to,
yeah,
and I also do the numbers for you, which is I say, this is what you're going to buy it at. This is how much it's going to cost you to buy it. This is what we can sell it for. This is, you put in the renovation part. You say, okay, it's
yeah,
going to cost me 40,000, 50,000, whatever.
yeah,
And this, so then I present that whole thing to you, and you said, I'll take it. Okay.
yeah,
But let's show everybody, okay, what beautiful work that you do. Okay. And that's the thing, is that that's the awesome thing about this, is that it doesn't have to be that you're not picking up a hammer,
yeah,
you're not painting anything.
yeah,
You did no work in this house, matter of fact.
yeah. And the beautiful thing about it, that in this property was the fastest fastest work that we have ever done, me
That's
working by
true.
myself,
Remember?
because
Yes.
we ended finishing the whole house that you're about to show, roof, windows, plumbing, electrical, you name it, in a month and a half. The whole house was done.
Yes.
And then we're like, oh, now what do we do? It's like, it's really done. So now you can
Yes.
show. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I remember. That is so true. So this is the after, if you can
Wow.
believe
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Impact windows. This was actually Ahmad's first video that he did.
Yes.
Look at the beautiful floors, the baseboard. Oh my gosh, you took that wall down. Oh my gosh, look
The
at this
kitchen.
kitchen.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And obviously I
Beautiful.
designed the best of I can, you know, to keep it simple, but everything, how it is, the closet, the colors, everything was obviously chosen by me.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I just did a little shopping.
Yeah, I know. That's the amazing thing, is that really, you just used your mind, you
Yeah.
used your mind, you found the money, you had the contractor, you had the real estate agent, you had the lead, you had it, and you just basically put everything together, but you were working at your business while
Yeah.
they were working here.
Yeah, I was still massaging. I was still employed at the hotel that I work. I was still running the massage business, still raising the 3 kids, you know, and still doing this project.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, Agnieszka, this is I mean, you are really like a really true inspiration. I'm telling you, like for women and men, because I mean, even for a man, but more so for a woman, because this is, even in real estate, as a real estate agent, it's like looked as like a man's career, or fix and
Yeah.
flipping is like a man's industry. And
Yeah.
to see you like a beautiful woman, because let's be honest, like you could be like not so pretty, but you're like stunning woman, like mother of three, working your business, looking for a way, a better way, saying, you know what, yes, I have a successful massage business, but I want to do more. I want to find another way.
Yeah.
And congratulations, my friend,
Thank
because
you. Thank
you
you.
have found it. And thank you for being on the show. And I hope that this, encourages other women, encourages, even just regular people that think I can't fix and flip, I can't do it, because really it's about finding the money somewhere,
Yes.
you found it in your equity in your house.
Yeah.
That's where you found
But
it.
I think, looking back at everything and starting our new journey also for going higher and higher, one thing that I can tell everyone today, that you can't do it alone. Like, even though I did this project alone, my message is you can't do it alone. You have to have a team that you trust, that you can rely on, which at this point is you. It's my contractors team, without you guys, without you, I wouldn't even be able to do that, or
Right.
maybe I would, but it will take me longer to reach that goal. So also, I want to say thank you to you for also being patient with me and guiding me through this whole process, and now we're in the middle of another deal and another deal, and hopefully
Yes.
you will get to 100,000 units, and and
We'll
that's
be
where I
sipping
really want.
margaritas,
Yes.
getting our cash flow.
Yes, and for everyone out there, like, really, you had really been more than amazing. And I know a lot of realtor friends that I have also as my friends, and they feel some type of way when they like, you the investor, why don't you work with me? And they send me things and I'm like, I can't. My loyalty and my trust to you is something that I don't have with anybody else, and for that
Thank you.
reason, to the moon.
Yes, to the moon.
To the
Well,
moon.
thank you, Agnieszka, so much. And I will put your Instagram and your things down below so people can connect with you and get to know you more, because you're an amazing human being, not just a real estate investor, but everybody wants to know this woman. So her stuff is down below.
Yes.
And if you're looking to get a realtor that will get you absolute top dollar, be your realtor for your investments, okay? Because who gave Agnieszka the deal? I did. Who
She
sold
did.
the deal? I did.
She
Who
did.
consulted her? I did. Okay. So reach out to me. My information's below. Thank you guys for watching so much, and we will see you on the next one.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.